Hey, what's going on, my fellow smokers? Welcome to the smoke. Yeah, I'm gonna be an old pit maker today. I got 8 butts I gotta put on and 2 briskets. And guess what? I'm gonna smoke everything on the racks today, not the pans. But my go-to is smoking in pans. But I'm gonna show you the reason why most of the time that I'm smoking in pans is because see all that black set right there? Okay, that's gonna happen after each cook. Even if you have pans in here with water, because it's not going to cover all the meat. So every cook, man, you got to get down in it behind here, bottom. Okay, and you got to clean that out. You probably can't see it. Okay, but that's fine. Or if you want to, you can run a little water down there. That's fine, but that just makes for a bigger mess. All right, so I like to run a dry pit down there. But I'm gonna go ahead and sterilize the grates. And the 8 pork butts and 2 briskets is going to be going on about 9 o'clock. And I'm going to be running real slow tonight. So I do got the DigiQ that I'm going to be running. Okay. And I got I got some B&B in here. My favorite go-to, better than Kingsford, because these jokers are big. And I just had some leftover raw oak in here. So I like to run with a brick inside to do, because I'm going to be doing the U method instead of the L, because I got a lot of meat and I got 80 pounds of pork butts of meat I got to put on, and approximately the 2 briskets that I got is run about 35 to 38 pounds. Okay, but this is not a lot of charcoal. It just looks like it, you know. So it's really shallow. Okay, so it's still gonna give me a slow burn, and I'm running some hickory. You can run chunks if you want to. Man, I don't run this thing so many ways. But when I'm doing a night cook, I like to do either the L or the U shape. Okay. Sometimes I just make a big pile, light the corner, and then it's just going to spread out like a minion method if you don't have the brick in. But it will get up the temp pretty fast. Okay, so you got to watch it. But this is perfect, especially if I'm using 3 racks today, loaded down with 8 pork butts and 2 briskets. All right, so I am gonna go ahead and sterilize the grates. Let's turn this up a little bit. Not too much, okay? Not too much. Well, I already did it before. I'll just let you know. So when I come back in, I don't need to preheat because it's going to get kind of cold today. But if I do this right here, once I get off, it's still going to hold temp it'll still hold about 175 till it's time to put my meat on. I think currently it's about 3 o'clock. Okay. Yeah, but if it drops below there, I come back out here and reheat again. I ain't gonna bore you guys with that. I just want to show it to you. But I am gonna run with some water inside my pans, because again, I don't like that burn smell. Okay, so this is gonna be just fine. All right, there you have it, guys. Hey, I'll bring you back when it's trying to light this puppy up. Hey guys, hey, what's going on? Good evening, man. We are pushing 7:04. I'm on the old Vault today. I got some butts in there. I got 2 briskets, and I'm getting ready to drop my hot coals. So it's a little bit more than half. Okay, because it's going to be kind of cold. So I'm going with a little bit more to get it up to temp. So here we go. I got 2 quarter splits in there. That's perfect. You can go a little bit more, or you can go less. It's up to you. Like I said, I've been running this thing for, man, since 2018. So did a whole bunch of cooks on this thing. So I am doing a U method. I do have some B&B, probably about 7 pounds. Okay, and then they're kind of big, so that's why it looks like a lot. And then I got some raw oak mixed in too. All right, so all in all, probably 10 to 12 pounds with the with the splits in there, which is a fuel source too. So we get ready to drop it and close it up and leave it alone, guys. But let's check out the meat first. There we go. All right, so I am using my DGQ, and I do got it set for 235 all night long. My vent on top stack is going to stay wide open, and of course my vent, the ball valve, is wide open too. So I do have my pit probe right underneath, okay, set on top, and I'm also using my thermal probe because my meter block is not charged. So these are some big briskets, 2 of them. So they pushing 16, 17. This one's 17, this one's 16. And then I got 8 big old butts. Okay. Now, usually I like to have my butts up top because it cooks hotter, but I'm not in no rush tonight. Okay, so you're going to see on each level how each one performs, and you'll see the difference when I get up. Okay, so I had done a cook years ago where I monitored each rack and how it performs in different temps. So usually this runs hot. Okay, so if I got it set at 235, this is going to be almost 25 degrees higher, and then it's almost like it goes 15, 10, and then 10, and then at the bottom it's going to run a little hot, about 10. Okay, so something like that in between degrees between each shelf. Okay, but let's go ahead and drop this. All right. So I don't ran menu method. I don't did all sticks. I mean all wood. I like all wood, but you got to keep feeding it. Okay. Not much. I think I did I got a video somewhere. I did like 3 splits, big ones, and it performed well. That's the beauty right there. Let's turn this light off. Blazing. Let's close this up. So the pit is preheated, so I ain't got to worry about that. But let's go ahead and close this in. It's already on there, hickory wood already, man, and it's smelling delicious. Okay. So I know some guys have been asking me to do a cook on the Vault because it has been a while, but I like to use it, man, when it's getting cold. So this is a very, very insulated pit and very fuel efficient. So I will not be adding any fuel whatsoever, because it's going to burn. I say in about 6 to 7 hours, 6 to 8 hours, it probably wanted to hit that second log. Okay, the second split. All right, there we go. We're wide open, and I got my fan system right here wide open too. All right, guys. Hey, once I close it, hey, I don't open it up until it's time to wrap. Blessing to you, and I'll bring you back in the morning. All right, guys. Hey, what's going on? Good morning, man. It is 12:30 in the morning, so it's been about 5.5 hours. So still rocking and rolling. DGQ is on point 235, and right in the middle shelf, about 225 almost. Okay, so still wide open on the top. Let's go check out the meat, and then we're gonna check out the firebox, and then everything is going into the pans. Let's see what the briskets looks like. Oh yeah, see, the briskets are sitting at 165. Oh, let's see. Briskets are sitting at 168, and the pit temp, I put a pit temp in there. It's rocking at 240 right there in the middle shelf. Okay, not bad. Okay, let's see. Oh man, this thing is nice. I can dig it. Yeah. Let's pull these out. Get a good look. I don't want all that juice dropping. Uh-oh. Well, let's stop my alarm real quick. All right. Let's see. Look at that. Everything's on, all the alarms are coming on. All right. Beautiful. Yeah, guess what? It's getting cold too. I can dig that. Look at that color. I'll get back in there. Let's push this around like that. There we go. I told you, man, this Pitmaker, man, it does a brisket good. Beautiful. And then you got the old pork butts. You still got quite a bit of time. If I have to guess, it's probably around 1:30. Okay. So look at the difference between the two shelves. So you can tell this is a little bit lighter. So they do run different temps at each shelf. All right, let's check out the firebox. Trying to keep a clean pit. Okay. So it's about, I want to say about 44 degrees, 43. All right. Let's check it out. Well, I guess I did get to that second split in there. Let's see if I can pull it out without burning myself. Okay. Let's double kick this. All right, not bad. Let's turn this off. Light on. There we go. So I got plenty of fuel to still get me to my pork butts to 165, or until I like the color. Okay, but this right here is going to finish off my brisket. Yeah, it might finish. It's going to finish off my pork butts too. So we'll see. But I don't think I need to add anything else. I might add another piece of wood just for the pork butts. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and bump it up once I wrap these briskets up. Let's turn my lights back on. Where's my light? There we go. Cool. Smelling awesome. All right, guys. Hey, there you have it. No spraying, no nothing. Just let it go. So, but I do love to have a fan system on here. It really don't need it, but it gives you just that extra security, especially when you're, doing a night cook, sleeping. You ain't got to get up, try to go adjust. All right, guys, say blessing to you, and I'll bring you back on my next smoke. All right, guys, hey, everything's pretty much wrapped up. I did do some rearranging and changing, so let's check it out so you guys can see before I leave it alone. So it's only 12:38 in the morning, but I went ahead and wrapped up my 2 briskets in the pans, and I moved my pork butts up to the 2nd and 3rd shelf and put everything in the pans. Okay, so we're gonna monitor with my meat probe. So, and I'll bring you guys back for this wrap. It'll probably take another 2 hours to get to the color that I like. All right, maybe 130, 165, 155, whichever comes first, the color or the temp. All right. And then I went ahead and added another piece of hickory wood. This is a 1/4 split, so you guys can see that. All right. So let's go set the timer, and we'll be back in about 2.5 hours. Hey, what's going on, guys? Good morning. Welcome back. It's been about an hour and a half. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning, 2:10 in the morning. The brisket is done. So it's actually sitting at 200. I like to pull at 198, but that's still fine. And then the pork butt's at 161. Let's pop it open, check it out. We're gonna check out the firebox. And then I'll let you guys look at the brisket in just a minute. Let's let this cool out. Whew. Okay, there we go. All right. So we're gonna wrap everything up. Pork butts looking fabulous. Got some good juice at the bottom. Okay. Let's check out the second shell. Beautiful. I can't complain. I tell you what, this daggone Pitmaker Vault is always consistent. So when I gotta cook a lot of food, it can be done. Let's check out the brisket. We're gonna vent some of this hot steam out. Okay, I got my, we'll pour that out. That's cool. All right, so I felt a little tug in there, and I don't have my other thermometer. So let's see. Ooh. Look at that. Fabulous. See, this is the reason why I like smoking in pans. Got some nice moisture, got some good juice, okay? Perfect. So, all in all, it's always a good cook. Always a good cook. Once you learn it, you got it. All right, hold what you got. All right, so I couldn't do that with one hand, but let's go ahead and check out the firebox too. Put that to the side. Bam. Don't get no better than this. Let's see. We'll try to pull it out. Trust me, guys, it's enough fuel. I ain't got to add anything else because they're sitting at 160, 165. Okay. And I'm telling you, this is more than enough. I'm telling you, this is more than enough. Let's turn this light off. You still see how blazing it really is. Oh, turn up the light off. Okay. Blazing hot. So with the convection of the pit itself already hot. Okay. Let me get my little poker. I don't have my poker with me, but I'm just gonna break up the residue, get some of this ash off. And you see I got plenty. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap these pork butts up, and then you can bump it up to 275, 300 if you want to, but it's still like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I don't feel like getting up again to go try to wrap this up. I mean, pull them off and put them in my Cambro. So we're gonna leave it at 240. All right, let's push this in. Okay. So that's one of the benefits of a cabinet smoker or a heavy duty smoker. So when the pit is warm and you know you're close to being finished, you know, you ain't got to add them a few. And I tell you what, if I come back, if I want to put some more meat on right around, I would say 5 p.m. up to 7 p.m., I'll still have some lit charcoal, and the pit will still be warm and preheated for the next cook for the next day. All right, guys, blessings to you. Hey, I might be back on here tonight again because it's supposed to get cold.